everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's having a fantabulous day full of fantabulous things in it, as always. And for today's video, I have not done a what should they do next in a long time, so I thought today we would do a what should they do next, but with a little bit of a twist. Today I thought, well, hey, you know, if you guys have not heard, Microsoft just bought Activision Blizzard for a whopping $69 billion. That is the right number, and that is a big number too. And I thought it would be a good idea if you guys want a more breakdown version of how that took place and everything. Go look at my video. I did a video, you can find it under gaming news, and we just break it down and what everything happened there and what that means for Call of Duty as well. But anyway, with the announcement of that happening, Phil Spencer came out, the CEO of Xbox, and expressed his interest about bringing back some of the older series, or some of the series, Activision Blizzard series that they discontinued. And I thought, you know what, I like that idea. And I got a few ideas of what I would love for them to bring back. So, instead of doing what should they do next, well, this is kind of a what should they do next, but a little bit of a different, little bit of spin on it. I got my notes here, so here we go. I am Rachel Mathis. I am also known as Your Nasty Gamer, and here are my 5 ideas for a Microsoft, Activision, revisit, revamp, anything you want to call it. Anyway, here are my 5 brand new ideas for that. So let's just kick it off, okay, with number 5. Okay, number 5 I have down Blood Omen, and now the Legend of Cain. Now, the Blood Omen, we follow Cain, a slain nobleman who is a newly resurrected vampire. He is seeking revenge against the murderers and trying to find a cure for him being a vampire. Now, I played a game like this, kind of like this, is kind of similar to it, called Vamp or Vampire, whatever you want to call it. It was riddled with a whole lot of gameplay issues. I know, because I played it. Okay, the story was very good, but it had a lot of issues with it, and I actually ended up quitting playing it because it has so many issues. So I thought this would be a very good opportunity for Microsoft, Activision Blizzard to step in and fill these shoes and actually give us a very good vampire game. I think that this would be a fantastic opportunity. As I said, it also takes place in medieval times. Vamp took place in 1918, so it would be different. And we don't get enough medieval games nowadays, in my opinion, and I would love to see this happen, and I would love to see Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard, I'll get it, don't worry, I'll get it by the end of this video. It's a mouthful. But anyway, there you go, there's number 5. Let's go on to number 4. Number 4, I was about to hold up 5, it is 4, okay? Number 4, true crime. Now, there are 2 true crime games. There is the first one called Streets of LA, and the second one called Crimes of New York. Well, True Crime New York City. These true crime cities were really the first series to really to contend with the Grand Theft Auto GTA 5, however you came into it, the Grand Theft Auto GTA. And that is probably one of the biggest, well, no, it's probably the biggest crime game out there. But the thing that true crime brought, and I do remember this, is that it brought a really realism to the genre of crime gaming. And I think it would be a good idea for Xbox to really bring this back. I think it would be cool. It takes place in a real police real police stations, in a real police, it's real police. You're putting yourself in a real police officer body shoes, and you are actually going and you're actually taking down bad guys in these cities. Now, there are so many cities with big detective agencies and police departments and everything that they're famous for. So this also gives Microsoft, Xbox, Activision Blizzard a really good opportunity here to actually start a series, right? Okay. They could either, in my mind, they could either, now with the first two, they could either remaster them or they could just start after. They don't even have to go back to those. They could do a brand new one. There's Seattle, there's Chicago, there's so many places out there. There's Dallas, there's Texas, places in Texas. There's Florida, there are so many. Miami, my goodness, Miami. Ooh, a true crime Miami. Yes, Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard, Xbox, please hear me out. This is a very good opportunity for you guys. And this was a very good series. And I liked that it took a realism approach to it, while GTA and even Saint Rose, we'll put that in there as they kind of take it in a little bit of different approach to that, which isn't bad, but this would definitely give us something different for us to enjoy in this crime genre of a game. Yes, I think this would be a fantastic opportunity. Now, on to number 3, and that is King's Quest. Now, I do love the King's Quest series. It has been a hot minute since I've played it, but I do love it, and it is a classic, and I know it is for everybody here. Now, yes, they've been coming out with little things here and there on it, but we really haven't gotten much out of it. And for those of you who don't know what the King's Quest is, the King's Quest is a series that chronicles the saga of a royal family and their kingdom, and they have adventures, they have trials that they go through. The story takes place across 2 generations and across many different lands, as the heroes and heroines fight evil witches and wizards along the way. I think King's Quest is a great action adventure game from the golden age of video games, and I know I'm not the only one that thinks that. And I think this would be a fantastic opportunity, as I have said, like all these seasons. This would be a great opportunity for Xbox to actually do something, and Microsoft and Activision Blizzard to actually give us something just a little bit different. They could totally and completely redo this series and actually make it a cinematic open world. I would love that, and I love the idea. And really, honestly, let's think about it for just a few seconds here. We don't have a game that spans generations. Right now, of course, we have games that span generations. GTA 5 definitely does. But what I mean by generations is the characters. This is actually a game that you play the father. Then when the father dies, you maybe play the mother. And then when the mother passes away, you play their children. It goes on and on and on. We don't have anything out there right now like that. And I think this would be a fantastic opportunity for Microsoft, Xbox, Activision Blizzard to give us this opportunity and to actually give us an open world cinematic world, as I said, for us to play around with and us to experience in that way. There's nothing out there right now like that right now, and this is why it's number 3 on the list. In fact, these last 3 I debated with, because they're just, I debated, they flopped back and forth. These last 3 are definitely ones that I think Xbox, Activision, Blizzard, Microsoft, whatever you want to call it, these are very fantastic. They all are, but these last 3 really are, and this is definitely one that I think they could totally revamp and do, and just give us something that we've never experienced in open world, cinematic open world gaming, and I don't think ever, and I would love to experience that. But let's go on to number 2, and that is Blur. Now, for those of you who don't know, the good old days when we had the Burnout series and Blur. Yep, I remember those good old days. Those good old days when you had the arcade racing. Those good old days when you had you could actually sit on the couch with your friends. It's called, that thing. Now look, Blur did have online multiplayer, they did, but they also had couch, the good old split screen where your friends could actually come over and you could actually play. The series when those times when you could actually in Burnout, when you actually had tasks you had to do, you actually had and Blur was just the same thing, where you had ramps you could go up on and do these crazy jumps through these crazy rings and get points and stuff. I remember those good old days, and I remember playing with my friends like that. And Blur was that. It was an arcade racer. And I think this would be a great opportunity for Xbox to bring this back. Now, Blur did come out in 2010, so it's not that old of a game, but they haven't come out with any of it since. It did feature a campaign, which is good for those of us who do single, because I also do single, but it also featured couch multiplayer and online multiplayer, and as I just said, we really do not have couch multiplayer much anymore in this form anyway. And I think that this would be a great opportunity, as all these games, for Activision and Blizzard along with Microsoft and Xbox, to really bring this arcade racing back. I really do miss it. Blur was a great game. It was a blast to play. The critics loved it as well. And I just think it would be a fantastic thing for Xbox to bring back. I know that they do have some other racing games, but I really do think that this is something that's missing in the gaming world right now, arcade racing, and I for one want to see it back. But that is number 2. Number 1, now this really should not surprise everyone, but Guitar Hero. Oh, Guitar Hero, how I miss you. You were the only game for those of us who did not have any musical ability, or for those of us who had tons of musical ability, but it skipped them. Yes, I am talking about moi. I am talking about me. It did skip me. It's very disappointing. It scarred me for the rest of my life. But, and for those of us who had dreamed of being a rock star, and it was also the only game I could actually get my friends to play with me, right? Now, there is Guitar Hero, and then there was Rock Band. I did both. I'm talking about Guitar Hero at the moment. And by the way, there's no reason why Guitar Hero could not add what Rock Band had, because Rock Band's gone now, okay? Rock Band, I don't see them coming back in the future. And now that Microsoft has Activision and Blizzard, please, Phil Spencer did mention this, by the way, when he said that one of the ones that he would like to bring back. And I am begging you, Phil, I am begging you, please bring back Guitar Hero. You have my attention. I would love that. I miss them. They just dropped off on the face of the earth all of a sudden, right? They just dropped off and they just kind of left after a few years, and I missed them. And I know a lot of you do too. And like I said, I have so many fond memories of being with my friends and playing them. And it was Guitar Hero, by the way. If I think about couch multiplayer, Guitar Hero is the ultimate couch multiplayer. And this out of out of the ones when when this was announced and Phil Spencer said that this was real, the first thing, of course, I thought about was, was about Activision. All the issues that are going over there, and that they'll be able to clean house, and that's good. And of course, Call of Duty. But the other one that came to my mind was Guitar Hero. And please, Phil, please bring back Guitar Hero. Do us all a favor. And even yourself, because I know that you like Guitar Hero. You've said it in the past. Please, please, please bring back Guitar Hero for all of us. But there you go, everyone. There are my 5 ideas for a revamp, revisit, anything you want to call it, for Microsoft, Activision, and Blizzard. Let me know in the comments below. Which one did you like the best? Was Guitar Hero not your number 1? Maybe one of the other ones were. Or maybe you have your own, because honestly, the list could have gone on for me. Could have gone on and on for me. It could have gone, I was thinking about maybe doing 10, but then I thought, maybe I should keep it to 5. Maybe I should do 8. This list easily could have fit 15 on this list. There was so much, I had to break it down. There were so many that I wanted to add it. So maybe you want to add one on this list. Maybe you have an idea of what you would like to see back. Let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. You don't have to, but I would love for you to. And I will see you on the next video, well, that you see me in. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye-bye.